Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me I need to mute this. That's gonna be annoying. Let's plug this in. Hey, what's up? Jin? Hello. Hope all is well. Just doing a few checks to make sure this stream is functioning correctly. How long that awesome beard take to grow? I lost track a long time ago. I've been growing it and cutting it, growing it and cutting it for so long. I lost track of how long it takes. Not that long, honestly. Not that long. Not that long at all. What's up? Have I watched Murder Drones? I have no idea what that is. No clue what that is, unfortunately. So the answer is no. I have not watched Murder Drones. Let me move this up so I'm not looking that far down. Okay. Rematch Bleach at the beginning of the year. Do people still watch Bleach? Don't people like it's been years since I watched Bleach. I thought that anime was over. Still a talking point I see. Why did I do this stream? The reason why I did this stream really is because it's been a while since your thoughts on multiverses. I barely even know. I saw like that was trending on Twitter. I clicked on it once, and I didn't really dive in, so I'm not exactly sure what that's even about. To be completely honest with you, ever played Doom Eternal? I have not. Let me see what's going on. Let me put this back up here. Let's move this over here. That way I can see. No. Okay. There we go. Let's move it. Okay. So I can see that up there. And then I can see the chat down here. Cool. All right. That will work. So what's up, guys? Watch anything new? I haven't watched a single season of Young Justice. Why? I don't know. I'm sure it's good, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm a procrastinator when it comes to watching content. There's like a long list of stuff I should have watched a long time ago, but for some reason, after I'm done working and it's time to start watching stuff, I will eat, probably watch some sports, and then listen to some podcast and then fall asleep. I'll like end up listening to podcasts all day and not actually watch content. And it's kind of getting on my nerves. So I need to like fix that. I have to make a concerted effort to start watching content, because if I don't, I'm going to be behind. I haven't even watched Harley Quinn, the animated series. I've been wanting to watch that. Haven't watched it yet. Haven't watched season 2 of, what's the name of that show? The Umbrella Academy. I've been wanting to watch that. Haven't watched it. Hey, what's up, Killaxon? How's it going? Yeah, I'm just behind on everything. I gotta do something about that. I thought you'd be taller. How tall do you think I am? Take a guess. Take a guess in the stream. Guess my height. Because I guarantee you'll probably be wrong if you try to guess my height. Go ahead, guess it. Watched Blade Runner episode 1 and 2 recently. What are my thoughts on YouTube removing the dislike button? Stupid. The way I avoid wasting time is when I click on a YouTube video, I look at the dislike to like ratio. If there's a lot of dislikes, I click off because obviously a lot of people didn't like that. Rarely do people go out of their way to dislike a video. So if you go out of your way to dislike a tutorial or something like that, it's because it was bad most of the time. So if there's a decent ratio of to dislike to like, I'll just click off. But now we can't do that because people on YouTube are been getting their feelings hurt. I get it. Oh yeah, I've seen Squid Game, by the way. That's the one I had to watch because when I went to hang out with some of my friends, they were talking about it and I was the only one going like this, blah 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 blah. So I know what, in order to avoid this, I should probably just watch Squid Game as quickly as possible. So I was forced to watch that because I was trying to avoid spoilers. Everything else, like my family doesn't really gossip about other stuff or talk about other TV shows, so I can like procrastinate on that. But Squid Game, I had no choice. I had to watch it quickly or I would have been spoiled. 6'4", 5'10", 5'7", Jesus. 2 meters and I don't know that conversion. 6'4", not that tall. 5'7", not that short. So you take 6'4" and 5'7", 6'2", closer. You're getting closer. My favorite MCU character. Oh, that's definitely Wanda Maximoff for sure. The Scarlet Witch. She's my favorite for sure. Yeah, she's an interesting character. Her power set is cool. And if you read the comics, they could do a lot of stuff with her character in terms of her reality warping. And that can get really good, especially if they're taking it to the more of the what I'm thinking about right now. She's vital in a lot of different comic book storylines, and she's very important. 6'1", almost there. But yeah, Wanda Maximoff is my favorite MCU character for sure. Yes, I loved WandaVision. It was great because that was borrowing from the House of M. There it is. House of M storyline was one of the better storylines that involved the X-Men, and that was really interesting. And they took a lot of they pulled a lot from the that comic book run, and they made it their own in the MCU, which is pretty good. Favorite genre of music? I don't think I have one. A favorite genre of music. I listen to a lot of stuff. Correct. I am 6 foot tall. I am 5'7". I am 6 feet tall. Flat 6 foot. Yeah, that's the boring height. Just 6 foot flat. I listen to everything from hip hop, rock, metal. The only thing I don't listen to is country, probably. To be completely honest with you, that's the only thing I don't watch. That's the only thing I don't listen to is country. Everything else, I have listened to it, and I enjoy it to a certain extent. Okay, so guess what? I forgot to plug in my laptop, so now my laptop's about to die. So if I don't hurry and plug it in now, this whole stream is about to be shit. Give me a second. Ignore me. Smart. Super smart. The one thing I had to do, I didn't do. Crisis averted. Crisis averted. Yeah, that would have been a complete disaster. Where was I? Now I'm all off center. I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. Quick, guys. Vex isn't here. Let's say nice things about him. Crickets. Then no one said anything. Oh, happy birthday, Dextrex. Yeah, I have the same laptop problem. Yeah, I like this laptop. But in like 2.5 hours at full blast, that thing starts dying. Let's see. 410. Yeah, that'll be pretty damn short. Could not imagine. What was I talking about right before I walked up? Oh yeah, opinions on Ruby Fairy Tales. I have not watched a single episode, and I have not sought it out whatsoever. So you tell me. I haven't seen it yet. Will I? I don't know. Probably. I'll get to it eventually. But I have not watched Young Justice at all. I haven't seen a single episode. Those one of the things where I have to catch up on because I'm behind. Yeah, but I haven't seen Ruby Fairy Tales at all. Hey, how you doing? Oh, thank you. I just got this hoodie recently, actually. Aside from Final Fantasy VII, that's 7, right? Yeah. Remake. Will you play any other? I'll play whenever the next Final Fantasy comes out. I'll play that. So when that one comes out in 10 years, no, I'm joking. I think the next one's coming out actually more. I think it's coming out in the next few years, I think. Hey, Toby, what's up? Yeah, so whenever the next Final Fantasy comes out, I'll play that. I really enjoyed the remake, so I'll play the next one. I think that's called Final Fantasy. Yeah, I'm not gonna guess what number that is. I'm gonna be wrong. Well, in my opinion, the 2 chapters I've seen feel a bit irrelevant. Yeah, I don't know how important those fairy tales are, or if I should even care. I think it's just supplemental content to hold over the Ruby fans for a little bit while they crank out the next volume, which coming out next year. So I wouldn't dive too deep into that. Excited for Spider-Man. No, that's interesting actually. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character, growing up at least. But because Spider-Man is being produced by Sony, I'm never actually as excited for those movies as I am the other Marvel movies, because Sony is the producer. And they have their own way of going about things, and they have things that they want to see in their movies. And I don't know. Spider-Man 3, the latest Spider-Man, it's interesting. Sony makes me worried. that's the problem with that's the problem with Sony. Yeah, it's, you can't convince me that Marvel Studios wants to have this multiverse thing where they're bringing in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, they're bringing in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and they're like merging it all together or making it all this weird thing. That's happening because of Sony. We'll see how it turns out. Marvel Studios is a part of is running the creative, so they're in charge of all the creative. So I'm sure they'll find a way to make it work. I'm sure it'll be a good movie. I'm just not that excited about Sony produced content from in the Marvel universe, especially with Venom. That movie was what's the word I'm looking for? Bad. So, and now they're trying to shoehorn their Venom content and their Morbius content and their Spider-Man villain world and trying to merge it into the MCU backhanded way. And it's just really weird. I'm interested to see how that all works out and how it all fits in. But I don't know. And then with all the leaks, so many damn leaks, is getting kind of annoying. All the leaks that's going on with that movie. So I'm kind of like down on that movie, as crazy as that sounds. But I'll be watching it first weekend, I'm sure. So, hey, what's up? Let me see what's 48 people in here. Cool. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Okay. Bro, me too. I was going to go see it in theaters with my cousin. It's coming out right after my birthday. Oh, okay, that's cool. Sup, Kevin Miles. What's up? Hi, how you doing? Jesse, Julius. I'm avoiding leaks like the plague. Unfortunately, I'm always on Twitter. And I'm always tempted to click on a trending topic. And that movie's been trending a lot. So I'll end up clicking on it. And then I'll see a spoiler. Like even recently, like some YouTuber, I think with John Campia, he like leaked these pictures of like straight on, full on spoilers with no shame. And he's put it all over the internet. It's like, it's getting kind of annoying. Yeah, exactly. The leaks are pretty much true. And these leaks only happen a lot with Sony content. When it comes to Sony produced movies, that's why it's happening like that. You didn't see leaks like this with even Avengers Endgame. You didn't even see leaks like this with Endgame. But with this Sony damn movie, so many damn leaks. Do I like Ruby? Of course. That's why I react to it. That's why I watch it, of course. Thanks for the super chat. Ruby is my favorite show. Thank you. Rip to MF Doom. Rip to a legend. Wait, what did I think of the Batman trailer? Okay, so this is the thing. The three biggest superhero content or superhero franchises that I grew up with that I like the most: Spider-Man, X-Men, and Batman. Those are the big three. I grew up on the Batman animated series. I grew up on the X-Men 97 series, and I grew up on Spider-Man animated series. I wasn't a comic book guy. I was an animation guy. I watched cartoons. So those are the big three: Spider-Man, X-Men, and Batman. So I love Batman. Always have. The problem I'm having with Batman content is that they keep making it. So instead of like doing a legitimate Green Lantern, instead of doing a legitimate whatever, any other content like Martian, there's a whole lot of DC characters they could do, and they keep doing the Batman thing. Now, the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy was fine. I thought it was good. This one seemed kind of Nolanish. So I'm like, what are we getting different here? That's the whole thing. I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure it'll be good. But if they're just doing another trilogy, I'm like, okay, I've seen the trilogies before. Is there something new? And that's why I was liking the direction they were going when the whole thought process of let's create a bigger universe and have Batman interact with maybe different characters. But they're doing a whole another trilogy that's separate from what they're doing with the Wonder Woman stuff. It's all a big mess over there. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be good. I'm just not as hyped for Batman movies like I used to. I've seen enough. And if it's going to be just another Batman trilogy, then cool. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm just not hype about it, you know? Did you watch? I did watch Invincible. I watched that. Very good. Very good. I watched that a while ago. Rip Bozo? Uh-oh. Should I know who that is? I'm out of the loop on that one. Ripped Bozo. Hey, what's up, Black Wolf? Let me make an adjustment to the slow mode. Actually, I want to see a Green Lantern movie with Hal Jordan, but I don't ever see that happening. You would think they would do see, when I watched the Justice League cartoon growing up, it was always what's his face? Oh my gosh, what's his name? Jon Stewart was my Green Lantern. So, but Hal Jordan, that's fine too. But I figured they would go the Jon Stewart route. But he's the more serious character. But we'll see. Knowing DC, we won't see either. What kind of shows am I watching now? Well, I just watched Squid Game. For whatever reason, I'm catching up on The Walking Dead. Why? I don't know. I have no idea why. I just am. And I'm catching up on that for reasons unknown. I stopped watching The Walking Dead a long time ago. And recently I started watching it again, but I don't know why. So I'm about to finish that. And then I'll probably jump on some other animated show. What I've been doing is I'm going to live action, animated, back and forth between the two. So after I finish catching up on The Walking Dead, then I'll switch over to some animated show. And after I'm done with that, I'll go back to live action. That's how I've been watching. That's why Jon Stewart, yeah. Jon Stewart. Yeah, you got it. Jon Stewart, yeah. Green Lantern. I got that right. I'm not crazy, right? His name is Jon Stewart, right? Jon Stewart. Green Lantern. Yep, Jon Stewart. Green Lantern. Yep. I'm not crazy. But let me, should I? That's doing too much. I didn't prepare to like have stuff pop up on the stream. Let me see something real quick. Let me see. Edge browser. Pull up Edge. Let's see if I can do this real quick. I cannot. There we go. Wow, that is freaking Jon Stewart. Wait, I screwed that up. Let's try that again. is why I shouldn't be doing this midstream. What in the hell? Why does it look like that? Okay, let's unlock this. Yes, that's being stupid. What is going on with this? Oh, let's try this again. But why is it showing it like a freaking, know what? Let's screw it. Screw it. I'm gonna what is this? Okay, let's just hide that. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing it like a freaking. Yep, I'm doing too much right now. I'm doing way too much. Let me go back to Let me go back to back to chat. John Stewart, thank you. We love Batman. We really do, but damn, Batman's getting overdone. Yeah, he is getting overdone a little bit. Hal Jordan was the original Green Lantern. That's why we use him more. Understood. Walking Dead still going? Yeah, it's still going. It's still freaking going. The thing never ends. Just constantly going on and on and on. But I don't know why I started watching it again. I have not watched anything past My Hero Academia season 4. Nothing past that. Agree on John Stewart. Used to watch Walking Dead. Stopped around season 10. With Negan as the main antagonist. That's the Arcane is what I've been wanting to watch. I'm going to watch that after I catch up on The Walking Dead. Arcane, if that's how you pronounce it on Netflix. That's what I'm going to be watching. It's animated. I'm going to watch that next. My comments are invisible, aren't they? I don't know. I don't think so. I just read one of them. Live chat. What's going on here? Let's see. I've caught up now. What attracted you to complain about Ruby as so much? I love your commentary on the show, but because you point out so many problems most people miss. What attracted me? My frustration with Volume 5 is what put me over the deep end. But after Volume 4, I started writing the first Ruby video I have that's up, which is the why Ruby is a bad protagonist. That I started writing, let's say, after Volume 4, and then I stopped. I just didn't I didn't upload it because what am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna actually record a video? No, I'm not gonna be a YouTuber. I'm not gonna record this. So why am I even writing this? I stopped writing it. Then Volume 5 happened, and my frustration built and kept building and kept building and kept building and kept building. And then Ruby said, once we got to the latter half of Volume 5, Ruby told John, whatever you're doing, don't stop. When she took his hands off of Weiss's wound, and I was like, all right, that's it. I can't deal with this. I have to do this video. Ruby is terrible. It's just out of frustration. That's all. And then when I uploaded it, left it alone. All right, got that off my chest. And then slowly but surely, people started commenting on it and having an opinion on my video. And then I was just compelled to keep going. Because I like, okay, because a lot of people didn't like what I had to say about the video, about her character, Ruby. I'm like, no, this is just my honest opinion. But hey, here's another one. If you like that one so much, if you didn't have, you had a problem with that one. Initially, my Sinner video was a kind of like, okay, you guys had a problem with this video. Well, check this one out. This one's even worse. This character's even worse. That's how kind of how that started. But again, it's all my honest opinion. Sinner is still the worst character in the show. It hasn't changed, and I stand by everything I said in that original Ruby video. She was a bad protagonist at that point. Is she still bad? Maybe. Not as bad as she used to be. But yeah, that's kind of where that started from. I just started commenting on what I didn't like and what I did like. It just so happens that Ruby had a lot of stuff I did not like post Volume 4. Or during Volume 4 is when I started to really wake up. Because before I used to be very protective of Ruby. I was one of those Ruby stans that thought that Ruby could do no wrong. And then eventually, after Ruby Volume 4, Episode 3, when Blake was twirling around in the air like a crazy woman, and she smacked her friend, Son, I forgot his name for some reason. After she was twirling around in the air during that horrible fight scene, and then she smacked Son. I'm like, okay, this is bad. And once I said that, it just clicked in my head. Oh, okay, I just admitted it. Okay, you can stop being so damn defensive now about the show. Now that you've admitted it to yourself. And once I admitted it to myself, admitted something I already knew. I already knew the show had problems. I just didn't want to hear it because I was very protective of the show. But once I got over that and started and accepted that, then I could move forward. And then things just started going from there. Then I just started like being more critical and honest with what I was watching. And then Ruby happened. Then she said, whatever you're doing, don't stop. Once that happened, it was a wrap for me. I had to get it out of my system. Let's see. Oh, Volume 5. Yes. Well, where did I leave off on the chat? Let's see. I do like seeing your target with Rooster Teeth did wrong. I do love seeing you target what Rooster Teeth did wrong. I plan to have my own OC rampage through Remnants. Yeah, basically everything in Ruby except for a few characters are underdeveloped amateurs. Volume 5, the volume that broke the illusion to most. That might break the illusion to most. Yep. Ruby has gotten so much worse. The character, she had a uptick in volume 6 at the beginning, and then she had then it kind of went back down at the end of volume 6, but not as much as it was before. So she kind of she was down at the ground. She went up at the beginning of volume 6, came back down a bit, and then kind of went back down again at volume 7. But she's nowhere as bad as she used to be. I think she used to be worse. They've done some stuff, just not enough that would excite me, you know? And that's the problem. I need to stop messing with this. I'm messing too much with this. Let me just focus on the chat. Hey Vex, found you from Ruby videos, and your videos helped me greatly improve my own writing. Wow, that's very kind of you to even say that. including my own Ruby storyline and other original works. Can't wait to see your future stuff. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about once I actually have like some time, because right now I'm looking for a new car. I'm looking for a new apartment. My brother's wedding is next month, and you have the holidays coming up. Once all of that once I get past all of that, I'm going to be diving into a whole lot of different type of content. But right now, I'm just so busy with all this crap going on. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to start commenting and talking about other stuff besides Ruby. I feel so good to use Ruby as a punch bag. It feels so good to use Ruby as a punch bag, but sometimes it feels wrong. Ruby will be fine. I mean, there's enough people who love that show anyway, so nothing I could do or you can do that really hurt that show. If anything, like I said, negative videos or critique videos actually do better or actually help the show a lot, because like there's so many people who are introduced to Ruby through my content. It's all a good, whether it's negative videos or positive commentary or critical commentary of Ruby, it's all helpful for that show, honestly. Because for every one person like me who thinks writing is bad, probably another dozen who thinks it's awesome. So, I mean, Ruby will be fine. Oh yeah, that's another show, Castlevania. Season 4, I have not watched it. I'm behind on that as well. It's a damn shame. Hey Vexed, I've been wondering if you actually like Ruby in the end, even with all the shit that it throws at you. I know it's not great, but I still love it. Do I love Ruby? I used to love Ruby. Now I just like it. I can't say that I love it anymore, but I like it. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy talking about it, for sure. And that says a lot about the show. But I can't say that I love Ruby anymore. I can't say that. Judgmental Critter used to be a defender of Ruby before she lost it in Volume 8. Okay. What are your thoughts on Pyrrha? She's dead. She was fine. She was a fine. I have no issues with Pyrrha at all. One thing I do like about that character is that they killed her off and she stayed dead, unlike Penny. There got to be some kind of consequences in the show, right? Some kind of weight in the show. Some kind of ramifications. And she stayed dead, so that's good. But besides that, I have nothing to say about Pyrrha, really. Oh wait, what do you think of John? Don't think I've ever heard your opinion on him. You haven't heard my opinion on John that much because I don't care about John, really. He's kind of just there for me. He's not really interesting at all to me. He started off as the audience, like the character that kind of represents the audience, like he didn't know anything. When it started off, from there, he's become more of a leader. And now he's just, he's still a leader. That's about it. But I don't really have much to say about John. He's not interesting to me. Don't love him. Don't hate him. He's just there. Honestly, I still have to watch the rest of Ruby. Well, I mean, I skipped some words there. Honestly, I still have to watch the rest of the series, but Ruby is interesting. Awesome. It's like a beautiful mess of wasted potential. You had me in the first line. No, I'm not going to lie. But that makes a good show to study. That's a good way of looking at it. That's a healthy way of looking at it. I like that. Why do writers make characters they want you to hate likable, then intentionally character assassinate them when people start rooting for them? Ruby and I don't watch Miraculous Ladybug, so I have no idea about that. But why do writers make characters they want you to hate Likeable. You're gonna have to give me an example of who you're talking about. What character are you talking about exactly? Because I can't think of the specific character you're referencing there. I do believe that RWBY is good show because of Rooster Teeth's stupidity. Wait, I read that wrong. Vexed. I do believe that RWBY is a good show because of Rooster Teeth. Do you think it's a good show because they're dumb? Unicorn of War used to defend the show. She sure used to, yeah. He used to do that, but not anymore. Interesting. Quite a lot of reactors lost faith in the show after Volume 8. I stopped watching reactions a while ago, so I don't know how many did and how many didn't. Yeah, okay, I got you. Bad because of Rooster Teeth. Bad because of Rooster Teeth's stupidity. Rooster Teeth is... I'm having trouble saying Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth. I got it. I got you, Electro. RWBY is not a bad show. It's just disappointing. Fair enough. By the way, Vex, have you heard of Glitch Productions? I have not. Hello, Vex. What's your favorite game? All time? Metal Gear Solid. PlayStation 1. That's my favorite game all time. Then I like maybe The Last of Us Part 1. And then I don't know after that. Despite all the valid criticism, in the end, I like RWBY. Sounds good to me. Tell your brother congratulations. I will. Thank you, Jen. What would you watch Hella Boss? I know what that is. I know it's an animation, an animated show. That's it. I know nothing else about that show. I think I barely focus on the writing, so I feel like I can't bring up any points on why or how RWBY is bad. That's one reason why I like watching critical RWBY videos. Yeah, I get that. Some people just watch it and enjoy it. They're not really picking on. There's shows like that. I used to be like that for certain shows. Like, I'll watch a show, then watch a review and like, wow, I didn't even pick up on that at all. So I understand that. I can relate to that. Some people pick up on things I didn't even notice. Like, how do you even see that? Like, how do you even pick up on that? It's crazy. Yeah, so I watch a lot of certain YouTube videos I'll pick up on things I didn't even notice at all. So I understand that for sure. I have not heard of Glitch Productions. What the hell is Glitch Productions? Season 4 of Castlevania is awesome. Okay, I got to get to that. I'll get to that after I watch Arcane. That's the name of the show? I agree, RWBY should not be Dragon Ball Z. That's what I plan to rectify. First stream, awesome. Hey, Vexed, I've been working on Dream Project fighting game series. So guess the number of the roster. 8. Do you think world building videos could apply to Transformers cinematic universe? Transformers, just don't let Michael Bay do it. Whatever you do, don't let Michael Bay do that cinematic universe, please. Miraculous Ladybug. That is a Klaxon show for sure. Chloe's character? Chloe sounds like a character that people wouldn't like. This Chloe, that sounds like a character that people wouldn't like. She was never likable. Chloe. People were rooting for Ironwood, but they made him so bad. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, I understand what you're talking about now. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily rooting for Ironwood. I just thought his character was awesome. And the fact that he was actually... He just seemed interesting to me. The fact that he was actually like challenging our heroes in a way that made sense because they lied to him, you know? I thought that was where they were going with it. Like, oh, okay, so this isn't black and white. There's nuance to this. You can't just lie to Ironwood and get away with it. Had you not lied, maybe things would have worked out better. Okay, I understand that. But then they took him into direction of full on mad villain, like cartoon villain, and that's not interesting. It was much more compelling when he was in the gray. Like, you didn't know, is he right? Is he wrong? Are they right? Are they wrong? And have that, they have that conflict. But then they took it toward, okay, he's a madman, and he shouldn't have been following him anyway because he was bound to be crazy. And that's just not interesting. So, next we should talk about Genlock. Talk about Warner Media's Genlock. Good old Warner Media. That's the thing. People are, I saw some people who wanted to defend Rooster Teeth by saying, see guys, this is a Warner Media problem. As if anyone in Warner Media, as any of the higher ups or the suits, have any fucking idea what the hell RT is doing with their YouTube shit. They don't know Rooster Teeth's freaking reaction policy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Genlock has switched hands from Rooster Teeth over to HBO Max. So once that happened, Warner Media does not want full episodes of any of their HBO Max shows on YouTube, if that makes sense. So they went and retroactively put it into the system so that anyone who has full-length Genlock episodes on YouTube gets a strike. Makes sense. That's what they should have done. They don't want any of their HBO content, whether it be Genlock or Game of Thrones or any of their content. They don't want it on YouTube full-length. So they put it into the system and they went about their business. They're not thinking about whatever the hell Rooster Teeth doing on YouTube with their reaction policy. They're not thinking about that. The notion that Warner Media should be on the hook for this, like this is not Rooster Teeth's fault. This is Warner Media. They don't know what the fuck Rooster Teeth is doing. They think the suits over there like, well, Rooster Teeth have their our Genlock episodes on YouTube full length. We gotta put a stop to that. They don't know what the fuck's going on with YouTube. Rooster Teeth should have said, okay, someone over there had to have known. They should have said, wow, okay, we've been telling all our reactors that we care about, like all our community, we've been telling them that they can put their Genlock episodes full length reactions on YouTube. And we have to tell them now that this has switched hands, that this is not going to fly. But they didn't do that. I don't know how anyone over there did not know that they had to then tell their content creators that was going to be an issue. So people started getting strikes. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. When I thought about it, like, yeah, of course it was going to happen. But if I could think about that in 2 seconds, someone over there had to have thought about that. Like, I mean, this idea that, oh, we just didn't know. Sorry, it's crazy to me. They should have known. And the notion that Warner Media is at fault here is ridiculous. No, they don't know what the hell Rooster Teeth doing with their whole weird full length reaction YouTube. They probably think that's crazy. Like, what? You guys are doing what? You gotta have YouTubers having their full content, your full length episodes on YouTube? Why are you guys doing that? They don't know what the hell Rooster Teeth is doing. So of course they started striking down stuff. But then it's all Rooster Teeth to tell the community what's going on. The notion that Warner Media is at fault is crazy to me. When you have a minute, you should check Twitter because there was something in the latest episodes that was very... The latest episodes of what? Genlock? What's going on with Genlock? Why is my sister calling me? Yeah, I'm about to call you back. I hope it's not urgent. That would be a problem. If it's urgent, she'll text me. Sorry. Yeah, they need to tell Wow. I don't even know if you can type it in YouTube chat. Wow. Now I kind of want to go watch Genlock. I have no desire to watch Genlock. So something happened. Okay, I'll look it up on Twitter. Rooster Teeth. Warner Media does not care about Genlock. They don't care about Genlock. They barely advertised it. They don't think anybody's watching that thing. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Genlock gets canceled after season 2. After season 2, it might get canceled. Let me see what's going on. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna go Twitter, look up Genlock, and see what happens. I'll probably see nothing because I'm not looking at the right spot. Genlock has a sex scene. Is that a fact? I just saw one tweet that says Genlock has a sex scene. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Genlock has a sex scene? Let me... Hey Vex, the number of my character roster is 20. Damn, that's a lot of damn characters, man. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what's going on with Genlock after the stream. Well, are they releasing... It's probably a dumb question. Are they releasing Genlock episodes one by one? They didn't dump all the episodes at once? Probably not. If we're talking about latest episode, then probably not. They're releasing it weekly? Oh, okay. So like a weird... Do you know between who... What two characters? If I even remember the damn characters. Just tell me what two characters. I'm gonna guess Miranda and Yes Weekly. What are the two characters that did it? They did the nasty. Was it it can't be Miranda and Chase, can it be? Have you listened to Hero by Caleb? Yes, I have. Yeah, hit the like button. The Eternals had a sex scene in it. That was the first, I think, the first sex scene in any MCU movie. Oh, yeah, that's kind of like, okay, I just said something just now. That's kind of a spoiler, actually, now that I think about it. I apologize. I didn't even think about it, but that's kind of a spoiler for Eternals. Not a huge one, because I didn't tell you who did it, or why it happened, or who, if it was even important, but there was a... Oh. Oh, okay. Jody. Yeah, that's weird. You even think about that's, yeah, I don't even like the sound of that. I don't even like the sound of that sex scene. Jesus. I knew that freaking love triangle was up to no good. Just because it's on HBO does not mean you have to have a damn sex scene just because it's on HBO. That's the thing about HBO content. They think like, oh, I'm on HBO, I have to have nudity or a sex scene. No, you don't. You don't have to. Bye, Blue Blue. I said blue blue. I'm gonna say boo boo. Bye boo boo. Yeah, you don't have to have a sex scene just because it's on HBO. It's not a prerequisite. I can't even say the word. My God, it's one of those nights, guys. One of those nights. I never watched Genlock. I only watched two things from Rooster Teeth: Death Battle and Ruby. Yeah, I got suckered into watching Genlock. I did one video on Genlock. That was on Chase. And I almost did a video on the real main character. What's her name? The de facto main character that's not Chase. What is that blonde girl's name? She's played by Macy Williams. That just goes to show you how much I care about freaking Genlock. I don't remember none of the characters' names. Anyway, I would have watched you roast the shit out of whatever is going on with this season. Yeah. The thing about Genlock right now is people are just annoyed with that show altogether. So because of the whole reaction thing and how it was handled and how so many shows were canceled because of Genlock, a lot of people are just so fed up that they're willing to like hate watch that damn thing at this point. They are not a fan, and they do not want to support that content at all. Plenty of people watched Eternals. They made a lot of money. They made like 75 million over the first weekend. Eternals is not that bad. It's not that bad. That's the thing. When you're told that a movie is bad, then you go in expecting it to be really bad, and then it's not. You're like, okay. Now, if I was told that Eternals is great and is amazing, then I probably have a different opinion on it. But because I was going into the movie thinking it was going to be very bad, that I came out saying, oh, it's not that bad at all, actually. Rip Nomad of No. That show could have. I don't care about that show. That show could die. Honestly. But yeah, a lot of shows had to get canned because of that freaking. Cammy. Her name's Cammy? Damn, I don't remember shit. Cammy was her name? I guess that sounds about right. Cammy. I guess that's right. See you later, Jen. Her name is Cammy, huh? Yeah, that's the character that Rooster Teeth. Let me look up something real quick. Cammy, her name? Cameron McLeod. Okay, Cammy. Okay, yeah, Cammy. That is her name. Yeah, it is. Let me tell you something about Cammy real quick. Cammy is the character that the writers make that they tell themselves, if all else fails, this character is one that people will like. She's blonde, she's cute, she has she's a nerd, she has like a little keychain, she has a accent. She's the character that the writers make that they say if all else fails, they'll like this character. She's like the typical character that they write in a way that can't be disliked. She's she's one of those characters that they write to make sure that if all else fails, that she's like designed to be the fan favorite. If that makes sense. She's like written to be a very likable character. It's very transparent and kind of like weird almost sometimes. But yeah, she's almost the main character sometimes at some point in volume 1. Season 1, she's pretty much the main character at some points. She's like the one character that they want. Even like, I think like the Rooster Teeth channel tweeted like, who's your favorite character? And tell us why it's Cammy. Like, they know. It's how the character is written. If one more person says, "Hey Vexed, I know you didn't hear about Glitch Production because I'm planning on working on." Okay, well that makes sense. Why I didn't hear about it? Making your own fighting series and your own anime series. Wow. That is ambitious. Kudos to you, man. I'm always impressed when people like freaking take the initiative and put themselves out there to make something. That's awesome. I couldn't do it. That's for damn sure. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with Cinder, Robin, or Neo? Neo for sure. Neo would be less annoying for obvious reasons. She's an industry plant. That's a good way to put it. She is an industry plant. She's an industry plant. That's exactly what she is. Hey Vex, have you ever thought about doing reviews of Ruby Community's original characters? That's a little iffy. I'd rather not critique a fan or a Ruby Community creator. That wouldn't be fun, actually. That'd probably be Hey Vex, you got JFK's up there. Okay. Hey Vex, you got JFK's up. It's 1 a.m. I have no idea what the hell that means. See ya, fame and fortune. No, it's a fighting game series. Will get its own anime. Okay, I got you. With a different storyline. Okay. Hey, how's it going? I'm surprised Cinder is still alive. I'm planning on killing her off in your own story. Yeah, she's at this point. It's obvious that Cinder is going to be around for the whole series. She's not going to die. If she does die, it will be like the last volume or the second to last volume. She's here for the long haul. She may even end up being like the main antagonist over Salem, especially considering what they did with Salem in the past volume. That was rough. What a disappointment. I mean, they set Salem up to be like the main antagonist, the overarching villain, and then they just toss her to the side for Cinder after the whole build up of Volume 6 and Volume 7, and then wow, I don't know. I don't get it. What they should have done, they should have made Volume 7, instead of worrying about, I talked about this in my Salem video, I think. One of my videos. I don't know which one. But instead of having the conflict be about, in Volume 7, the hole in the wall, the election, they should have just scrapped that bullshit and made the conflict be about Salem's arrival. So the whole time they get word that Salem's coming, and the entire Volume 7 is just them. The conflict is about them preparing for Salem's arrival. Now you keep everything on track, and then everything is about the overarching narrative instead of the bullshit about the election and the hole in the wall that doesn't really matter at all. Oh no, I remember now. I said that in Volume 7 review. That's what it was. At the end of my Volume 7 review, I said that they should have focused on Salem. Salem's arrival should have been the main conflict in Volume 7. Like the stress of that should have been the conflict instead of the bullshit about the hole in the wall and the election. Why even bother? Jessica Niedrig is not a voice actress. Well, technically she is, right? She's been recording Cinder for so long. She's a bona fide voice actress now, basically. Really. You can have your opinion on whether she's good or not, but she's a voice actress by definition. I'm currently working on a Ruby fanfiction, and my OC is inspired by Evil Queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Honestly, Got Mine Salem is a minor. villain and more powerful grim dude in the main antagonist. Part 2, still working on him though. Okay. How's it going? It's going fine. I'm just talking to you guys because I haven't put a video out in a while because I've been so goddamn busy. Busy, working. If the election needed to be a thing, then at least make the main conflict of Volume 7 have like Salem arrive in Volume 8, Volume 9. The problem with the election being a thing is it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. She's gonna ultimately. This is how they wrote it. At the end of the day, Salem's gonna arrive and destroy the whole thing. She's gonna destroy Atlas. If that is the ultimate goal, why in the hell are you wasting our time with this damn election? This damn hole in the wall. There's a hole in the wall. Salem is coming on a whale. The audience knows that. We, the audience, know that Salem is arriving on a whale. So why the hell should we be focused on this goddamn hole in the wall in this goddamn election? We know the damn apocalypse is on the way. It's a waste of time. Focus the conflict on Salem's arrival. They should have had a damn radar system or a long range, whatever. Someone should have came back and said, a mayday, out miles away. Someone is coming. Okay. Like I was saying, this stupid thing is turned off for no damn reason. Well, anyway. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I forgot where I was. Have your thoughts on the White Fang and Faunus plot lines changed? No. I'm happy that it's pretty much over because the writers themselves were struggling with it, so I'm happy it's gone and they're not talking about it at all. By their own admission, they're struggling with it, so I don't want the writers to struggle. So just cut out the White Fang completely. It's over. Kaput. Cinder is my waifu, but not because of the voice actress. I think Volume 8 is the second worst volume in the series. For me, the third worst. The worst is Volume 5. After that is Volume 7. And then Volume 8 is the third worst, I think. The bottom is 8, 7, 5. 5 being the worst. You were in the middle of explaining that the election should not have been a thing in the first place. Yeah, it's this doesn't make any sense. Why are you wasting our time with this? If Salem is going to arrive, if the election does not matter, right? The results don't matter ultimately because Salem's arriving. It'd be one thing if the audience doesn't know, but we know that Salem is coming on a whale. So why are you wasting our time with this bullshit? We know that Salem is coming. It'd be different if we had no idea and Salem's arrival was a big surprise. But we know at the end of Volume 6 that Salem is coming on her whale. So why are we wasting our time with this? Wait, did we know she was coming on a whale? No, we didn't know that. We knew she was coming though, for sure. We didn't know she'd be on a whale, but we knew she was coming. Who's my favorite Ruby character? Probably Weiss. Yeah, I guess it's still Weiss, I guess. Robin should have been arrested so we didn't have to deal with the election bullshit. Honestly, what they should have done, when they arrived, the election was over and Robin won. That's what they should have done. Robin had already won the election, and that's why they had to interact with her, because she's now on the council. That's how you bring Robin in. But they had this whole election bullshit that doesn't matter. They need to put Crow out of misery. Yes, they need to put Crow out of his misery. I agree. The problem with characters like Crow is that they need to be off the screen. You can't have characters like Crow on the screen all the time, because any cool factor they had is now gone. They should have, after Volume 4, Crow should have went away. And then you bring him back in a way that's epic, and people will be excited to see him. But that you had Crow tagging along and following behind Ruby, and it just looked weird, because you're a grown-ass man, you're taking orders and direction from your niece, and it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't work. There's situations where Ruby is the leading when Crow is sitting right there, and it just doesn't ring true. So you should have had Ruby and Crow separate. And when I say Ruby, I mean Team Ruby. You should have had them separate instead of having Crow tag along for so damn long. Do you think Raven will come back anytime soon? Volume 10. Volume 10, I predict is Volume 10. What situation would... Oh, they could bring her back in Volume 9. If they want to know where Yang went, they may have no choice but to track down Raven and use one of her stupid portals to go get Yang out of the damn Alice in the Wonderland. That could be stupid or interesting at the same time. Who knows? Do you think the show would be any better or worse if Yang never lost her arm? I like the fact that Yang lost her arm, because that's like the show's some like ramifications, some consequences, some actual stakes. So Yang losing her arm is a good thing for sure. Her metal arm, expected, is fine, but I definitely like that she lost an arm. I wouldn't change that at all, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Cy Walker. I got that right? I think she could use her semblance to save them from the alternate dimension. Absolutely. What writer that you think that'll be subtle in for Ruby? I'm not sure. Let's see if I missed something. Let's go look at the oops. I forgot I closed out of it. Damn it. Calling it now. The whole Volume 9 takes place on that island, and at the end they will return, and Remnant is in ruins. That is plausible. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a massive time jump. Like when they return from wherever, years have passed. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all, in fact. But yeah, that wouldn't be surprising at all. if Remnant was fucked when they came back. How many volumes do you think RWBY still has? Well, considering RWBY is their biggest moneymaker, they're going to drag this thing as far as they can take it. I'd say at least 5 more. At least 5 more. At least 5 more. Yeah, I think there'll be a time jump. That's what I'm going to guess. That's my prediction. Time jump. Massive time jump. Is it bad that I want Salem to win in Volume 8? After Volume 8? No. I wanted Salem to win after Volume 7. And, Salem's bad right now. She's a bad character right now. I don't like the direction they're taking Salem. So, but no, it's not bad at all. You're frustrated with the writing, and you're frustrated with how they're writing the heroes, and I understand that for sure. They're going to extend it as long as they can. Agreed. Yeah, that's what I think this volume is, actually. They're getting tired of the main storyline, the overarching narrative. So now they're like taking a detour in this random forced freaking dimension they're taking it. I mean, it's so damn forced. Like, you had the genie say, don't fall, and then they fall into this. It's just the way to, if it's not to extend the story, they're doing it to, they're bored with the current storyline, and they want to do something different. And this is their way of doing something different. Kudos to them. I'm actually more interested in this volume because after what they did with Salem and Cinder, I was not looking forward to Volume 9 at all. But since they're taking it in this direction, it's actually more compelling than if they would have just had, oh no, let's go to Vacuo and stop Salem. That's not compelling at all. I'm over that. But this new direction is actually more interesting. RWBY, there is no chance of RWBY being canceled because that's their main catch cow. They have nothing else going for them. What's your take on the plentiful protagonist class of RWBY? Tell me the characters you're talking about. I thought Taesan Young. I thought the video was solid. I thought it was pretty well done. I didn't really disagree with much. Solid. It was a solid video. Why people in the community were panicking, I have no idea. It's just so stupid. It doesn't matter if it's a positive video or critique video, it helps the show because it drives attention to the show. All of his viewers, the people who are not going to watch RWBY, never going to watch RWBY, are not going to watch RWBY. Those who were curious went and then watched the show. And some of them probably became fans of the show. This whole, oh no, we can have big YouTubers shitting on RWBY is stupid. It's never made any sense. It doesn't matter whether it's a negative video or a positive video. Content creation for RWBY is a good thing online because there are people who will watch it who are never going to watch it anyway, and there are people who will watch it and say, oh, I'm interested, let me go check this out, and then like and fall in love with the community. It's just stupid. Like, there were so many people on Twitter that were terrified when they found out that Homeboy was making a video. Doesn't make any sense. Do they think that people are going to watch that video and think, oh my God, I thought the show was good. and now I think it's bad. I'm gonna stop watching it. For every person that stopped watching it, there are more who are hearing about it for the first time. So it's just a stupid thing to get worried about. It just never made any sense. There are 4 kingdoms in the last two volumes. And the last 2 kingdoms took 3 volumes the same time we spent in Vale. Let's see. Vale was, that's the thing. They have to go back to Vale. Think about that. So they spent 3 volumes in Vale. They spent a volume to get to Mistral. They spent 2 volumes in Mistral. Then volume 7 and 8 were in Atlas. Now they're going to this pocket dimension. Then they gotta go back to Vacuo, then they have to go to Vacuo, and by them I mean our main protagonist. And then they gotta go back to Vale eventually because Vale has the other relic. They don't know. Salem doesn't know what the other relic is. She needs the other relic anyway. So at some point they have to go back to Vale, and you know they're gonna stop. They're gonna go to the damn dragon continent eventually. They're gonna drag this thing for volumes. This thing is at least 5. That's being generous. Probably more like 9 more volumes, honestly. I mean, how many volumes of freaking volumes? How many seasons of freaking Red versus Blue have there been? They're gonna be like 18 volumes of Ruby for sure. At least 18. Sinner overstayed her welcome. I'm reading all of the comments. I'm reading them all. If you put it in the chat, I've read it. Cinder overstayed her welcome. Cinder should have died a long time ago, but I'm only saying that because I don't like the character. If the character was good, I would feel differently. She's like the main antagonist, honestly, at this point, even beyond Salem. That's what Volume 8 confirmed to me, that Cinder is the main antagonist of the show, based on how it's being written. So, the volume where they set Salem up to have the most impact is the volume where they gave Cinder her backstory and made her the ultimate antagonist at the end of the volume. So, Cinder's the main antagonist for now. Oh, I can see 18 volumes easy. Easy. Let's say they end up in the pocket dimension in volume 9. They get out. You have volume 10. There's been 2 volumes in Vacuo. That'll be volume 12. Then they go back to Vale. There's been some volumes there. That'll be 15. They can easily get to 18 easily. It just depends on how they want to stretch it. They may not even get out of the whole Wonderland. I keep calling it the Wonderland or the Pocket Dimension. They may not get out of that until like volume 10 or volume 11. They have no desire to in this story. Ruby is the main. Hell, we may have to wait until they become adults. Maybe Ruby will have to become adults before they end. So the kids now, we may get grown up Ruby, Weiss, Yang, and Blake before it's all over. Cinder backstory really sucks. I still need someone to explain to me how Neo went into the portal and then came back out. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't remember how that went down. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. There's only one portal that you can't travel back through. That's the one going to Vacuo. All the other portals you can jump back and forth between. The one you can't come back from is the one that goes into Vacuo. So once you cross into Vacuo, the actual continent of Vacuo, you can't come back through that one. That's the main big portal at the end there. The other portals you can jump back and forth between, but you can't jump back. But after you get to Vacuo, the main huge portal, you can't go back from that one. Can some of the main characters get a tan at least? No, they must be pale. Bumblebee will be confirmed in volume 8. I mean, it's all but confirmed now, but they won't put the stamp on it until like volume 12, I'll say. They got to keep up the will they, won't they. Like they won't kiss until volume 12. Genlock is a terrible show. That's my thoughts on Genlock. It's bad. I'd love to see Yang and Blake with a nice tan. there's you can find that now. You can find that now. I'm sure there's like fan fiction out there like now. You can go to freaking Ruby Reddit, nothing but freaking fan fiction, and you can find a whole bunch of different pictures of those 4 characters for sure, with different skin tone and everything. Any positive predictions for the future of Ruby? Let's see. Positive predictions. Are the writers staying the same? If that's the case, positive predictions. Honestly, that all depends on Volume 9. Volume 9, they're doing something a little different. So if Volume 9 is a hit and a smash and it's good, then I'll have some positivity maybe. After what I just saw in Volume 8, I would be lying and forcing it if I came up with some kind of positivity, because I was not a fan of the direction they took Ironwood, Salem, Cinder, Penny, Winter is a maiden. Maybe that'll be interesting somehow. I don't know. I can't think of anything, to be completely honest with you. But let's see how Volume 9 shakes out. Did you hear Digimon before? I've watched Digimon back when I was a kid. Talk about Digimon, the Digital Monster, Digimon, Our Champions. I just love that freaking show. I think I actually liked Digimon more than Pokemon, honestly. I definitely did. I definitely liked Digimon more than Pokemon. Where are the Atlas refugees going to be executed or evacuated? Executed. Freudian slip. It won't be Vacuo. They have no choice. They're already there. It will be Vacuo. By the time we get back there, time will have passed. Because I'm expecting there's going to be a time jump. So when they come back from the time jump, they'll be all integrated into Vacuo. Who knows? Maybe they won't do a time jump, but I think they will. Matter of fact, I'm calling it now. There will be a massive time jump when they return from wherever the hell they are. It'll be like a few years have passed. Well, I'm sure your ideas would be better than Rooster Teeth's Electro Burst. Do you think they'll have the Shnees react to the death of their father? Probably not. No. No. It'll probably be like one scene, it'll be over. Do you have a prediction on the Volume 9? What am I banking on the most? That's the thing. It could be anything. Okay. Neo's there. Neo's there, right? They will team up with the Neo, and Neo will be on their side. Neo will become a good guy, and they'll both want to get revenge on Cinder. So Team Ruby and Neo will team up eventually. See you later, Max. I'm gonna wrap things up here in a second too. How long has this been? Maximilian. Ruby Shippuden. Everyone keeps saying that there will be a time jump, but everyone also said that Aesop's was a sellout. One of the Aesops were a sellout. Is everyone saying that? I didn't know everyone was saying that. I just thought I was saying that. Is that like a big thing in the Ruby community? Is that it'll be a time jump? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not following what everyone is saying in the Ruby community, but I just think it's something that's typical that I think they would do. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I wish they wrote yeah. After a while I just stopped caring about Weiss's dad. I didn't care after a while, especially after Volume 7. I wasn't at all interested in that character, so I didn't really care how they wrapped him up. He's dead now. Whatever. If anything, it just goes to show how the whole Volume 7 thing was a waste of time, the whole election shit. Because he became he became a member of the council, and then within short order, Salem arrived. So, what was the point? And he even got exposed by Weiss anyway. It was just all a waste of time. It was something to give our heroes. It was something to give our heroes to do. Something to give our heroes to do. It's something they came up with so our heroes would have something to do during the volume. That's what it was. The whole election shit. There's a counter on the silver eyes for the dark god. What the hell is that? Do you think Winter is going to be killed now that she's a maiden? No, because they already have the relic that the Winter Maiden could open the vault for, right? So I think Winter will be fine. She's the only maiden on their side, but since Penny died for Winter's to have her power, I think they'll keep Winter alive for a while because of that, for Penny's sacrifice. to mean something. All right, it's starting to get hot. All right, guys, I'm about to wrap up this stream. Thank everyone for joining. What's my least favorite character? Cinder. Cinder's the worst character in RWBY by far. Do you think Summer would be relieved as a maiden who survived? Revealed as a maiden who survived. No. What do you mean, the maiden that survived? You mean the Summer Maiden? I'm confused by that question. What are the odds that writers actually focus on the existing characters in Volume 9? They should just focus on Team RWBY, but they probably end up adding a whole bunch of random weird characters that they found on the damn island. But they should just focus on RWBY, honestly, Team RWBY, because they've been getting shafted the whole time with all these damn characters like Robin and shit. Volume 9 should be about Team RWBY, but it won't. They'll probably add some more weird characters. All right, guys, hit me up on Twitter if you have another question. I'm about to go call my sister back and find out what the hell she called me. Thank you for joining the stream. I did the stream because it's been a while since I talked to you guys, but you can expect more content coming up, especially after I get some of this other personal shit done, like my car and my apartment and my brother's wedding. But let's see. I'll probably work on a video this weekend. I'll try to get one out, get something done this weekend. But we'll see. Hey, hello. I'm about to leave though. Hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and ask me your questions there. But I'm about to end the stream now. So, but thank you guys for hanging out, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.